Okay, guys, it's another travel day. I've left that campground we was at in Thief River Falls, and I was traveling down the road and I found something pretty cool. So let me get you turned around and show you what it is. I was just looking on the map for, looking on Google's map for possible wooded areas to camp and everything, and I might try it here. I'm gonna look around a little bit. Look at this old bridge. Now you can't drive across it, you gotta walk across it. I'm assuming it's a city park or campground, I don't know. This is Argyle, Minnesota. This is an old rail car. Old wooden rail car that I'm assuming they hauled livestock in or something like that. And they turned it into a bridge. But there's something back here too. I didn't even know this was back here. Because the only reason I found this on the maps, I told you I was looking for wooded areas. Well, I saw this, not this building, but I saw this like park thing. And it looks like there's a drive this kind of horseshoes around and goes over in the woods. That's the part I want to check out. But I didn't know all this is here. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Must be an old barn. I don't know what no, maybe it was a house. Probably an old log cabin they moved because it's got a concrete foundation, but the cabin itself sitting on blocks. You got two windows, and a door here. It's pretty neat. Maybe this was a cabin and not a barn. It's pretty cool. Huh. Yeah, I didn't even know this is here. This is just a perk of the stop, I guess. This is what I saw on the map. I'm thinking about trying to camp here. It's early in the day. It's really kind of too early to be stopping, but I gotta start practicing finding places, stealth camp places. So I don't know if I could. This looks pretty used. I can actually see footprints in the grass. So I don't know if this is going to work or not. Ooh. Otter, or a mink, or otter. I don't know which one it was. It's pretty cool looking though. Oh yeah. I might be too exposed. Wait a minute, this ain't the path I saw. It may be over there. Because what I saw went into the woods. Where'd that little mink or otter thing go? Where you at, little fella? Here, little fella. He's down in the water. I see him down there. He won't show up on the camera, but I see him. Alright, let me pause this and figure out where that spot was I seen. Oh, there's a bunch of them. I don't know if you can see it. They're not happy with me being here. Yeah, they're not happy with me at all. There's about 7 of them in that water. And they don't like me being here. Okay, like I said, I'm going to pause this and continue looking for stealth spots camp. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that last spot we looked at, we determined that it was too exposed. You might be able to slip in there late at night and you know, crash under a tarp or something and get out early in the morning, but I'm not trying to do that. But I've come to another spot I found on the map. It's a spillway or a dam. On the map it's listed as a dam. To me it looks just like a spillway. But this is Army Corps Engineers. I always check them out too. Certain states you can actually camp on the Corps Engineer land. Not really so much all the land, but you know, kind of like this, like boat ramp type situation. Now I don't know if we can this one. We're gonna try if I can find a spot. I'm gonna walk around here and try to find a spot out of the way. I really don't want to be out in this open weedy stuff. I would like to be up kind of in the trees. We may go check out over there too, but they're doing some work over there. Corps Engineer is, and they got signs up telling fishermen not to block the road and the process, you know, hinder the work process. Come on, man, get it together. So we're gonna look at this side first, see if we can find something. Actually, I mean, wait till later tonight. Might just set the tent up right here. I don't see where it hurt. You know what? That's an idea. I might just do that. And I thought about, oh, I could get cleaned up tonight. You know, no water. It's clean looking water. It's the Red River. And it looks clean, but it's moving fast. Man, it's got some current to it. You get off in there, yeah, well, you better know how to swim. You got current that fast, you better know how to swim or do a lot of praying, one. So, man, here comes the wind again. I hope it ain't all staticky and carrying on. I'm not seeing a lot of trash like beer cans, and there's no jacket or something, but you know, like they party here all night or something. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Getting back in this little nook right here. This ground's pretty solid. That's another thing I'm having trouble finding, like ground that I won't sink my bike in and can't get the thing out. And this ground here is pretty hard as long as it don't rain. It's pretty solid feeling. I could sneak back in here. Looks like somebody's backed their vehicle in here or something anyway. Chances are, well, this ground's pretty lumpy and it'd be an uncomfortable sleep. I'm just looking right now. We're not in a rush to pick a spot. I really want to be over in them trees. Let me pause this so it don't get super long. And I'm gonna look around a little bit, see if I can find something. If I do, I'll bring you back. Well, I haven't had no luck finding anything decent. A couple of great spots to put a tent, just can't get the bike in there. I was going to check back there a little ways, but I think I changed my mind because they got this construction sign up, no trespassing, yada 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 yada. I mean, it's there for a reason. I could probably go back there and possibly find a spot and camp. No one say nothing, but that sign's there for a reason. I don't, you know, I ain't trying to break the rules because I come here a lot. I've been coming here, man, every year for several years. I don't even know how long. And I ain't trying to mess that up for me. So we're going to leave that side alone. And chances are there's probably wasn't nothing over there I could get in anyway. So I think what we're going to do, if that wind's not too bad, you can hear me. You can't hardly see, but my bike's sitting right there. I think we're going to go back in that corner we saw a while ago. It's right in the blazing sun, but it's not too bad. I mean, at least it ain't 100 degrees like back home. And I even walked up the road that way. Again, found two awesome spots to put a tent. One being in that cluster of trees. One was up in here in this area. I mean, perfect for tie out. I could use the hammock, shade, nice little breeze coming through. Perfect. Can't get the bike in there. So that's something else y'all need to think about, I guess, if you're considering doing this lifestyle. What kind of bike are you going to use? Now, if you're going to do a lot of highway riding, you know, traveling across country on highway, interstates, whatever, you know, you can probably get you a comfortable little cruiser or bagger, and you may have to skip a lot of good camping spots. But if you plan on doing a lot of, you know, back road, gravel roads, national forests, you know, off-road type things, you don't want a cruiser or a bagger. It really hinders where you can go. I mean, there's some places I've seen I could take that bike down there, but chances are you're going to tear it up, lay it over on the side, smoke the clutch, you know, trying to go through ditches and all that. It ain't worth doing all that. You're not going to have no fun doing that kind of mess. Maybe later on I'll switch bikes. Right now I just want to travel around to see stuff. Not trying to get off in the back country or anything. It would be fun. It would be nice, but that's not my main goal at the moment. My main goal is just to travel and to see things. So I'm gonna stick with the cruiser for right now. Maybe later on, you know, we'll switch to something, some kind of little adventure bike or something. Enduro. I don't know if I'll do enduro. They're just not comfortable as far as traveling full time. But we'll worry about that later. Getting ahead of ourselves. So I'm gonna go over there and get the bike, pull over to that little area over in that corner, and chances are that's probably where we're gonna spend the night. I'm gonna get on the line, I'll gaggle maps and do a little more research, but more than likely that's where we're gonna be. But all right, anyway, I'll see y'all a little bit later. Okay, everyone, I got camp set up. I was trying to wait till, you know, there's a bunch of people here fishing. I was trying to wait till they left, but I'm hungry and, you know, I'm just ready to kick back and relax. So I've walked this property 15 times. Went up through there, up in them woods, up in there, over there. Found 4 or 5 perfect places to put the tent, but like I said, nowhere I can get the bike. And I ain't gonna leave it out here in the open. So over there, there's actually a trail goes right through there into them woods, but that old viney old weed stuff's so thick, there's no way I get the bike through it. This, it's too pokey and lumpy and uncomfortable, so I made camp right here. I'm right out in the open, right by the water. I don't know what's going to happen. I may get ran off in the middle of the night. I don't know, but we're going to find out. So I'm probably going to hang out on this side. I want to get out of the wind where I can cook. We'll figure it out later. I'm hungry. But I'm going to have this view at night, looking out. You know, I got a door right here too. So tonight, I have the view of the river. So it'll be interesting. We're going to see how it works out. I'm going to get the bike covered up. Get my old home bum shoes on. And I got to get my chair and table set up first. But then, yeah, I'm going to kick back and relax. So I'll probably see y'all a little bit later this afternoon. Cook a little dinner and thing, and I'll bring you back before I go to bed. Alright, I got supper made. Daggum black flies are driving me nuts. Welcome to North Dakota. Get out here. I just made me a quick goulash. Rice. It's Uncle Ben's rice with a packet of rice and beans and Parmesan cheese. Put some hot sauce in there. Got my spinach wraps, and hidden underneath there I got my coffee, because the cotton picking black flies are so horrible. Sun goes down, it should ease up a little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna sit here right by my tent. I'm gonna sit here and eat my supper and look at the river. It's pretty good. Is there something on the screen again? Hang on, folks. Sorry about that. Looks like there's still a smudge on there, ain't it? Anyway, this is pretty good living. Even though I've had some, you know, I had a little rocky start to the past couple of days. Still pretty good. So I'm gonna eat this. Won't be long. Sun will be setting about 2 2 hours. So maybe I'll bring you back tonight if the moon's out. If the moon's out and we can see good, I might get you back out. We'll look at the river here. But anyway, I'm gonna eat my dinner. I'm gonna kick back and relax. So far, nobody said anything. Been 4 or 5 cars come in and they haven't even looked at me, so we may pull this off. All right, folks, I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, I had a good camp last night. Everything went great. No one said anything to me. No one bothered me. I did break my mount for my GoPro, so now I get to hold it with my hand, that little bitty thing. So won't be wearing it on my helmet or my chest this trip. This GoPro has been a curse. Anywho, let me get you turned around. Almost finished packing up. It got a little chilly here this night, but you know, with my gear, I was fine. I didn't get cold at all, but I had to get out of the tent once to go use the restroom, and it was pretty cold. I guess being here by the water, getting that. My phone said it was 41, but it felt a lot colder than that. It was peaceful night's sleep. Heard geese all night, coyotes, heard the owls, the water rolling. Man, that'd be a perfect spot for a cabin. One downside to this spot right here, this dirt, North Dakota, I don't know if y'all know anything about it. You get 1 drop of moisture on it, and it just instantly turns to like paste. And I've got that stuff everywhere. I'm going to clean my gear. Mainly my ground tarp covered in it, because from the dew last night, every time it touched a little speck of dirt, it instantly turned to mud. And a little bit on my tent. I did best I could keep it off of that, but I got a little bit on there. And that's mainly about it, really, now I'm sitting there thinking about it. A little bit on some of my bags, you know, I can wipe that off when it dries. I had to put my bike tarp away a little bit damp, and my rain fly on my tent, I had to put it away just a little bit damp. Because I got up early before the sun was just barely coming over, peeking over the hill. And I pulled them off. As soon as I got out, I knew I had to start drying them. The dew was super heavy last night. I thought it rained. But I laid them out here, let them dry, and I made my coffee and messed around and started packing up my camp. And when I got down to the last few pieces of them, they still wasn't dry. They still was damp. So I went ahead and packed them up. I mean, sometimes you just got to do that. And then later on today, I'll get somewhere and get them out and let them dry. But anywho, that's what's happening. I'm going to finish getting the rest of my gear on the bike, get it warmed up, and get on down the road. So be patient. I'll see you here in just a little bit. All right, guys. I made a stop that I make every single year when I come up. For y'all that's been with me a long time, you're going to recognize this spot. There's the old rocket. I get my picture taken of this rocket every single year. Now, the time of day, the sun's in the wrong spot, so it's, you know, it's hard to see. My pictures didn't turn out good, so I'll probably come back and get some more. But this is the first thing I do when I roll into town. I come over here. I don't know what you call this, just a memorial or something. Get my picture taken. Every year, it's a different rig. Been some travel trailers, a van, the old Chinook, step van. I don't know. I've had so much stuff, but every year it's been a different rig. So, ooh, I just saw something. Well, I don't need it now, but I see a good stuffed camp spot. Let's walk over and check this out real quick. Just for a quick overnighter. Yeah, I have to put this on my list. I know this is gonna make this video long, but I'm walking as fast as I can. I'm fat. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can get the bike in here. If it's warm weather, it'd be a great hammock spot. Cold weather, you put a tent up. I mean, you'd be exposed. I don't know, you can get off in there as long as there's still green leaves and stuff on trees. You probably sneak up in there, put the bike right here to get out of sight. But you'd be exposed from this side because there is a road right there. Actually, there's two. That's an intersection. But if you come in here late, throw a hammock up or something, And then, you know, didn't lay up in bed all morning. Got up early and got out of here. Be a good little quick overnight stay. Excuse me. Well, we'll worry about that later. We don't need it now. So let me pause this. I'm gonna get on into town. Got some things I gotta do. Pick up some supplies, and then I'm gonna go see some friends of mine. Hey, we'll see you later, guys and gals. Made it to my destination. My seasonal job I do every year. Right now we're in the house provided by the farmer. I'm bunking with 2 other guys, which I won't show their rooms. We'll keep their rooms private. Their stuff's private. But it has 2 bathrooms. And this junked up thing is my room. Yeah, I could be a little neater. I'm here to work. I ain't trying to impress nobody. But in the room that way, which I'm not going to show you, is new. And that room right there, which I'm not going to show you because it's private, that's Mr. Warren. Some great guys. I met him last year from South Africa. It's pretty cool. And there's a couple, there's another apartment actually over here beside us. Man, I'm so bad with names. GR Noodle, I can't remember his real name. I nicknamed him Noodle, and their brother. I'm sorry, I just, one of these days I'll learn the names. But anyway, there's 3 more guys over there, also from South Africa. Pretty good guys. I like them. But this is a farm. Of course, I'm using my GoPro, so you're not gonna be able to see nothing. But this is the farm I'm working on. I work on it every year. Got the old bike covered up, which I actually rode it today. I got such a long commute from here to that building right over there. Yeah. So by the time I got in 2nd gear, I was at work. But anyway, yeah, this is the farmer's place I work for. Super great guys, all of them. Well, they kind of switched hands. The farmer switched hands. It's always been in the same family, but the next generation's running it. But all of them, even the old timers, they're super nice people. The young ones running it now are great, super nice. That's the only reason I come back. I don't, you know, I only come back just for the fellowship, just to meet everybody, see everybody, and be nosy, see what they've been up to. But because it gets too cold up here for me, and by the time this job's over, yeah, it's gonna be a little rough. First 2 days or so, trying to get out here. I'm up north, pretty close to Canada. If you go that direction, I can't remember, 20 miles, 25 miles, something like that. That's Canada border. But some of y'all that's been with me a long time, you're gonna remember this place. I actually kept my travel trailer, my Chinook, everything on that end of the building. You remember I stayed in it, and me and Rusty always hung out over there in that part of the grass. Yeah, I miss Rusty. I really do. He was a good dog. He's actually buried up here, not on this farm. He's buried at a friend of mine's place, a few miles, another town over. He was a good old dog. I miss that old mutt. But anyway, this is what it is. I've been aiming to get a little bit of footage over at the job site, and I keep forgetting to bring my camera. I'll try to do that maybe tomorrow. Try to get some tomorrow. But anyway, let me shut this old camera off. I'm gonna give me a shower, give me something to eat, and gotta do some laundry. And after that, I'm probably gonna kick back and do nothing, relax. But anyway, I'll probably see you guys again tomorrow. Well, it'll just be a second for you, but for me it'll be tomorrow. But hang in there, I'll be back. Well, good morning, everyone. Of course, the wind's gonna be bad today. As soon as I got the camera out, the wind started blowing 700 mile an hour. Anyway, I'm come exploring. Hang on. Trying to figure out where I'm at. Anyway, I come to look at the gorge. I'm up here in North Dakota. I've come to look at a gorge, and it's pretty neat. But I'm trying to get off the beaten path and get a better view of it. For one thing, as soon as I pulled up to the lookout point, whatever you call it, these two cars come flying in here 80 mile an hour and, you know, piling out like clowns in a circus car, and ran up there and acting silly. So anyway, I sound like I'm complaining. I guess I am complaining, ain't I? So I'm going on a little hike. If you see my hand from the camera, I'm trying to block some of the wind. No, I don't have a dead cat. I know people keep suggesting that. I just ain't got one. But anyway, the actual lookout point thing's way over there. And I'm walking around the edge of this farmer's field. No, I'm not trespassing, but technically I guess I am. You can't see it on this GoPro, but there's a sign right there. It says North Dakota wildlife something boundary. Instead of trumping through this real high weeds, I'm just walking the edge of this farmer's field. I don't think they would mind. The people up here is really nice, and they done harvested their crops, so I'm not hurting anything. I'm on foot. You know, I'm not out here in a truck doing donuts in the farmer's field or nothing. But anyway, here comes the wind. I don't know if it's showing on my screen. It doesn't look like it's showing, but see the river right through there. And all of this is the gorge or the valley or whatever you want to call it. I'm just trying to get a view that most people don't get. I don't know if I'm going to. I keep turning away from it because the wind, I got the wind in my back. I'm telling you, the wind, it was dead calm. As soon as I pulled the camera out, 190 mile an hour winds. I'm trying, folks, I'm trying. I don't think we're going to get a spectacular view from this angle. Although this is still pretty cool. I mean, that's a long ways down. But there's a valley over there and you can see the river. And I'm probably just going to explore a little bit and hang out and give them people more time to do whatever they're going to do and then leave. And then we'll go over there and get the good view of it. I'm seeing a lot of cool animal tracks on the edge of this field. Some big old hoofs. I don't think it's a horse. It could be a moose, I don't know. I'm not real good on animals up in this area here, so I really don't know what it might be. It's smaller than the horse track, but bigger, way, way, way bigger than a deer, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna shut the camera off and not bore you showing you this farmer's field or my hand in the view there. And I'm just gonna hang out here and enjoy the weather. The trees are turning, the leaves are turning colors. It's beautiful here. And it's really, really, really pretty view there. We're gonna get it later on. Give folks time to get going. But anyway, let me pause this. I'm gonna hang out. Ooh, I see a barn or something way off in the... No, it's the viewing area. Yeah, I know it's not gonna show on the GoPro. Where we're gonna get our view, it's a long ways over there. I can barely see it. The sun's reflecting off the metal roof of it. Trees caught my attention. But I'm gonna give them time to leave. They're still there. I see them. I guess they're gonna hang out there and have a picnic. Either way, give them time to leave, and then we'll go over there and get you a good view. So you folks just be patient. I'll be back here in a minute. Headed back to the actual lookout site. It's a pretty good view here. The valley down below. See the glisten of the water. Not water. The wind blasting on the speaker, making it where you can't hear nothing. This is very pretty. Wide open country. And actually, and this is the national, North Dakota National, wait a minute, I just read the sign. Good grief. North Dakota Forestry, National Forest. Get it right in a minute. Lots and lots of camping areas. And I know I can get my bike back here because I rode it back here. The only thing I do know about North Dakota and getting off the beaten path, Their dirt. See the dirt? Their dirt is no joke when it gets wet. I mean, it just turns to glue and slick. And even on an adventure bike, I think you would have trouble. Much less a street bike like what I'm riding. Oh wait a minute, I gotta say it. Anywho, I'm gonna pause this old camera and head back over to the actual viewing area. We'll get a good view of the whole. Okay, the rough and rowdy crowd is gone. There's the bike. I'm down here at the actual viewing area. I'm gonna go ahead and warn you. I'm gonna turn around. I got the wind at my back right now. I'm gonna turn around. We're gonna look at the actual overlook view. But the wind is gonna be bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. I've got my hands over it the best I can. Hopefully I don't mess anything up. But I couldn't find it. But anyway, there's the valley, there's the river. And we're gonna walk down here. Of course, pack it in, pack it out. No trash cans, no restrooms. I'm wanting to give you the name of this place, but I'll butcher it. I'm hoping they got a sign down here. I can't never remember nothing. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Oh, the Pembina Gorge? Here, I'll show you in just a second. Hang on. I'm probably saying that wrong. Pembina. The Pembina Gorge. If you're in the area, North Dakota, you should come check it out. Because we're right here. Canada, you can see the Canada border. Well, there's nothing there to actually see, but you know, if you know where it's at, I'm stalling. If you know where it's at, you can see it from this place here. It's pretty neat. And there's moose here. For the people who don't believe, I think I was seeing moose tracks. Canada is just literally on the horizon there. I know this GoPro don't show it. It's closer than what it actually looks on here. Canada's literally right there. But they got a really nice area. Picnic table. Sit here, have you a little meal, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Have me a little lunch. I didn't bring my cook stove or nothing. I just got a few little snacks. Snacky snacks. There's the river. I'm not 100% sure. I guess I could have looked at that sign for what river that is. We'll walk down here. Not all the way, just to the edge. This is, they call it the Gorge. It's just to me, it's a big valley. You know, I've seen some pretty amazing places like Grand Canyon, Snake Canyon, you know, all them places. Maybe I'm being judgmental, but I don't really call this a gorge. It's just a deep valley, but it's still beautiful and cool. But you can see the river, snakes all the way through it. And this time of year, I love come seeing it because I forgot about the wind. I hope it's not too bad. I love come seeing it this time of year because the trees are changing colors. It's so pretty. I know it sounds funny, and no rough, scruffy guy like me saying it's pretty, it's so pretty, but it is. It really is beautiful. It's one of God's greatest creations here. If you're ever in the area, come see it. There's not a town. Yeah, I guess the closest town would be if I'm saying it right, Walla, something like that. But anyway, it's just a few miles away. If you're close to that, come see this. It's well worth it. But I'm gonna pause this camera. I'm gonna get my little snacks out for lunch, and I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the view. We'll be back a little bit later. Okay, guys. I've come to a city park in Grafton, North Dakota. I think this would be a good place to end this video. I've been out riding all day. Bike's way over there. I gotta get back to my camp because I got things to do tomorrow. No, I want to get back this afternoon, get the bike cleaned up. I want to wash it and clean the old white wall tires. If you never had white wall tires on your bike, unless you plan on riding around with them being black, you be prepared that you're going to have to clean them every single day. Every day I wipe them off. About once a week I give them a good scrubbing. But anyway, that's what I want to get back to do. Pretty nice little in honor. Well, shadow, you can't see it, but it says in honor of Earl Stokes. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 50 years of service, Grafton City Park District. Pretty nice little gazebo thing. This is a really nice park. Clean, well taken care of. Has flowers. There's some guys over playing frisbee golf. Has a campground on that side of it. Don't know nothing about it, never stayed there. And it has a river, which is we're gonna go check out. Give me just a minute. Alright. Walk down here to this. This is also part of the park. This is for kayaks, canoes, things of that nature. I don't know what river this is. And I don't even know if this is the actual river or not. Could be a subsidiary of it, you know, a little offshoot or whatever, but it's pretty nice. Sometimes I come out here and hang out. But anyway, this is a good place to end this video. Appreciate everybody coming along. Say hello to all my friends and subscribers and all my new subscribers. Appreciate you hanging around. One of these days we'll do something interesting. But anyway, get out there and enjoy life. Don't waste it. If you don't do nothing, just walk around your neighborhood. Just get out and do something. Until we see you next time, God bless you.